Skipping graduation to rally. Why one UW Med student says this cause is more important than a celebration. And inside Camp Randall, thousands of Badgers take their seats for a commencement ceremony like you've never seen before. Plus, protecting the vote. Members of our community join in on a national day of action, fighting laws making it harder for everyone to cast a ballot.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 6. I'm Amanda Quintana. After an intensely difficult year caring for patients, nurses are asking for something from us. They want their voices heard when talking about their struggles, ones that have only gotten worse during the pandemic. Madeline O'Neill was at a Nurses Week Speak Out event at the Capitol today and joins us with their message. Maddie?
Governor Tony Evers and Mayor Sachi Rhodes Conway were among speakers at this event at the Capitol today, honoring nurses for all of their hard work during the pandemic. But beyond that, nurses are pushing for change as they care for patients.
I learned in nursing school that we must truly be advocates for our patients day in and day out. But also, I realized during the pandemic, we need to be advocates for ourselves.
It's so important to recent nursing school graduate Ian Todaro that he's missing a special day to be here.
Instead of at Camp Randall for graduation.
After an extraordinary year.
I have a lot of colleagues in the ICU, the ED, all over the hospital who now have PTSD.
Added a lot of stress. The toll of knowing that I'm not safe when I go to work.
Nurses brought their concerns to the Capitol, calling for what they say is lacking in hospitals, PPE, and staffing.
It's a lot more dangerous for those people to receive care from nurses that are overwhelmed, understaffed, and don't have the right resources.
UW Health nurses in particular are again calling for a seat at the table, asking administration to recognize a union voice.
My father actually was a nurse at UW for most of his career, so I grew up watching what the union could do.
When we had a union,
UW Health's nurses union was disbanded after Act 10 in 2011. UW Health has told us in the past that the legislation prevents them from recognizing a union, though SEIU Healthcare in Wisconsin, the state's largest healthcare workers union. And these nurses disagree.
For my parents, this was a lifelong profession. And now when I talk to nurses my age and younger, people can't envision that future for themselves anymore.
A UW Health statement says that, quote, leaders and staff nurses have been working together directly and collaboratively to meet the needs of our patients while following all state laws on collective bargaining. These nurses say that's not enough.
And not having a seat at the table doesn't allow us to engage in the care that we give.
Governor Evers' upcoming budget did call for expanding collective bargaining, but the Joint Finance Committee scrapped that earlier this week. Now, you might remember Meritor nurses and their union recently came to an agreement with that health system, getting increases in sick time, vacation time, and pay.
Thank you so much, Maddie. It's graduation day at UW-Madison. Thousands of Badgers joined the university's 440,000 alumni around the world today in a physically distant ceremony inside Camp Randall.
Whether you are here in person or tuning in virtually, welcome to Camp Randall and welcome to the 168th commencement ceremony for the University of Wisconsin-Madison class of 2021.
UW canceled last spring, summer, and winter's commencement ceremonies due to the pandemic. The university hosted two physically distant ceremonies today, one for undergraduates and one for graduate degree students. Students had to show proof of a negative COVID test or vaccination to get inside the stadium. Families and friends were able to watch the ceremony online. Graduation weekend continues tonight at UW-Madison. You can go to the Wisconsin School of Business's Facebook page at 8:30 to see a celebratory live stream. You'll be able to see a light show taking place on the east exterior of Granger Hall on campus, where animations will celebrate each of the 1,087 graduating business students. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canulty. It didn't look like any rain affected those graduates. They look pretty dry today.
No, and tonight it's possible that areas north of Madison get very little in the way of rain, whereas areas south of Madison could get a fairly good soaking. Let's start out by taking a look at the live view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. Not seeing any rain there yet, but it's pretty close. On Doppler track, you can see some light showers pushing to southwestern Wisconsin. Some of that may initially be aloft. May take a little while for the air to saturate for it to reach the ground, but the higher chances for rain will stay south of Madison for tonight and into early tomorrow morning. In fact, computer models from forecasts are showing south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line perhaps an inch of rain, whereas much of southern Wisconsin seeing less than a tenth of an inch of rain. Low temperatures this morning were very cold. Here in Madison, we dropped to 30. A hard freeze was found in the northern parts of our viewing area where temperatures dropped into the 20s. High temperatures made it into the lower 50s before the clouds thickened up. Still at 52 here in Madison, but those temperatures will continue to drop overnight, and by morning we'll be down to around 38 degrees. Look for a chance for showers, especially south of Madison tonight, and a slight chance of showers on Mother's Day. Otherwise, look for a high temperature of 58 tomorrow, although we'll see more clouds and sunshine. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that also includes one more round of frost, especially for Monday night.
All right, thank you, Gary. New tonight, Janesville police are investigating an armed robbery at a downtown bar. Police say a man showed a gun at Slick's Bar and Grill on Rockport Road around 2 o'clock this morning. The man took money from the register and then ran off. Nobody was injured. A woman's car was hit by a bullet this morning on Madison's west side. Police say it happened near Mineral Point and South Gammon Roads. The woman thought she heard fireworks, but realized later that her car was hit by gunfire. She was not injured. Turning to our vaccine headlines now, nearly 37% of Wisconsin's population is fully protected against COVID-19. More than 44% of Wisconsinites have had at least one vaccine shot. 27,000 doses were administered around the state yesterday. DHS is reporting 525 new cases of the virus over the past day. That's slightly below the 7-day average. 20 more people have died. An influential model estimates 185 million Americans will be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 by September. But vaccine hesitancy could also contribute to a winter surge. John Lawrence reports.
For the first time since October, the 7-day average of new COVID-19 cases in the U.S. has fallen to 45,000 per day.
Our focus remains on getting 70% of Americans, adult Americans, at least one shot by July 4th, as the president has laid out that goal.
This comes as Pfizer-BioNTech announces it's seeking full approval for its COVID-19 vaccine from the Food and Drug Administration.
For a lot of people who are on the fence, who are worried about, well, is this an emergency use? Should I get vaccinated? It will give them confidence.
Some health officials want to improve that confidence because they're concerned about a possible surge this winter as different variants of COVID-19 spread.
I think boosters are going to be a reality, whether that is that once a year like the flu vaccine. We just don't know that part yet. And so what we need to do is really focus on maintaining that mass vaccination infrastructure that we have, boosting our ability to track variants.
A forecast from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington says 65% of Americans will be fully vaccinated by the middle of next month, and a wider group of adolescents are expected to become eligible soon.
I think we're going to see 12 to 15 very soon. And then in the fall, we might see it expanded to that under 12 age group.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
In more local news, dozens of decorated cars drove through South Madison this afternoon, spreading one specific message: protect our vote. It's part of a nationwide effort called the John Lewis Day of Action, as people fight for less restrictive voting laws. The idea is to make voting accessible to all people, no matter who you are or where you live. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says that state legislators are trying to remove voting accommodations here, too.
We bought safe, secure ballot drop boxes. We put them at our fire stations so that people could have access to the vote. And now the legislature wants to they literally want us to rip those ballot boxes out of the ground. But we're not going to.
The mayor also proclaimed today as the John Lewis Voting Rights Day of Action in Madison. While the 9/11 attacks are a part of our collective memory, most high schoolers don't remember them because they weren't alive. That's why cadets from the Beaver Dam Fire Department are in New York today for a very special trip. The trip for the high school age cadets was organized by Beaver Dam firefighter Jeremy Ducarmi. In New York City, the teenagers are receiving a private tour of the 9/11 Memorial and museum by 2 battalion chiefs who worked during the attacks. After that, they'll travel to a New York firehouse before flying back to Wisconsin.
A lot of the kids are actually pretty big history buffs, as much as they don't want to admit it. They're just wanting to learn stuff. And I think the number one thing that we're trying to teach the kids is, 1, to remember, and 2 is just to learn about other people. Sit down and talk to people. Take the opportunity to learn something about everyone you meet. And that's going to get rid of a lot of the divide that we feel all the time in life. And hopefully we can try and prevent things like this from happening again.
Ducharme says today's trip is similar to an honor flight when military veterans take a short trip to Washington, D.C. to see war memorials. The cadets' trip was funded through donations and community events. Still ahead at 6, long haulers know more how one doctor says COVID vaccines might be helping people with long-lasting coronavirus symptoms. Plus, ahead of Mother's Day tomorrow, how a new clinic at UW Health is working to get postpartum moms back in the gym and feeling strong again. Stay with us.
The lowest prices of the season sale at Ashley Home Store is here. Our hottest new looks are all on sale. Spring doorbusters are up to 60% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our furniture sale prices at checkout. And no interest financing for 3 years. Ashley Home Store.
A trucking accident can be devastating and complex. Gingras, Thompson & Walk's law firm wants you to be informed. From the freight and trucking companies to the owner-operators, the liability can be unclear. Too many victims settle without understanding their rights. You need a law team like GTW, who has a history of winning cases with large settlements for victims, to investigate and advocate for you. Contact GTW lawyers for a free consultation. More power, more fight, the most heart. Gingras, Thompson & Walks.
How does it feel to have an Angie home? Like savoring a midnight snack in your newly renovated dream kitchen. Get $20 off your first home project at Angie.com today. Make your home an Angie home. Angie, and done.
Big news for heartburn sufferers. Introducing Zantac 360 Degrees with a new formula that has the #1 doctor-recommended medicine approved to both prevent and relieve heartburn. It works in as little as 15 minutes and lasts. New Zantac 360.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Get the lowest prices of the season on appliances now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save as much as 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus no interest financing for a year and delivery within 5 days. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
He's quickly become the central figure on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Justice Brian Hagedorn, backed by conservatives, is often a swing vote for both sides of the bench and a crucial part of majority decisions. We spoke with him exclusively this week. Justice Hagedorn has been the key vote on a number of headline-grabbing decisions since last spring, when the court's makeup became less conservative. He sided with liberals in the general election lawsuit, but more recently sided with conservatives in ruling on the governor's emergency powers.
I wasn't thinking at all about whether we ought to have a face mask order, whether it's good or bad, or whether I liked it or didn't like it. I was looking at the governor's emergency powers under the statute and how those read.
Coming up tomorrow morning on For the Record, investigative reporter Naomi Cole sits down with Justice Hagedorn to discuss a chaotic year on the Wisconsin Supreme Court and the judicial philosophy that drives his decisions. As millions of people get vaccinated against COVID-19, doctors are trying to find out if the shots are helping patients with long-lasting symptoms. As Tyler Jobe explains, a La Crosse medical expert says it's possible.
Even a mild COVID case might not exactly feel like so.
I don't ever want to have COVID again.
Chelsea Alonso is a COVID long hauler. She says she tested positive for COVID at the end of November and thinks it stems from her small Thanksgiving gathering, even though people were masked up.
Just somebody had it there, and I guess we got it, or, it could have been that we had it and didn't know about it, so it's hard to say.
Chelsea's symptoms were that of a mild case, with one exception. She says she lost her sense of taste until the end of February, and her sense of smell is still off.
It's very frustrating, it really is.
Chelsea's symptoms have noticeably gotten better over the past couple of weeks.
I feel more clear.
Which, coincidentally enough, happened soon after she received her second dose of the Moderna vaccine.
Whether it's coincidence or the vaccine, I mean, it's hard to say.
Experts say Chelsea's experience may not be a coincidence at all.
The anecdotal evidence is suggesting that the vaccine is having some kind of impact.
Mayo Clinic Health System's Dr. Joseph Poderuca says early studies show some long haulers' symptoms end after getting vaccinated.
We don't have enough data to say for sure.
But he says the early evidence is definitely interesting.
And I really empathize with those patients with long hauler symptoms. It's a big problem, and it's very bizarre.
A bizarre experience that might finally come to an end thanks to doing what Chelsea believes is right.
If you can get vaccinated, I say do so.
Simple advice for people in her shoes.
It's worth a shot.
Chelsea says she never had to go to the hospital when she had COVID-19. She thinks she's also close to getting back her full sense of smell. It wasn't biking weather early this morning, but coming up on News 3 now at 6, how thousands of kids in our area will have a new bike to ride on by the end of this month. Plus, more cool weather for Mother's Day. Gary has your first warn forecast next.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
From the beginning, your mom has always been there. Your first steps, the tears, and those timeless moments she will never forget. She has been and will always be by your side. Steinhoffels would like to wish all moms a very happy Mother's Day. Celebrate this day and all the love you share. Happy Mother's Day from all of us at Steinhoffels.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. That's why US Cellular doesn't have any hidden requirements. So you can get the latest phone with no activation fees, required phone trade-ins, or anything like that. That's all there is to it. Get a Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. The nationwide network built from your town up. US Cellular.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes. And now, he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. 100 kids in the Madison area have a new bike tonight thanks to the organization Free Bikes for Kids. The local group began its summer distribution today, giving bikes to nonprofit organizations and schools throughout Dane County. Today's giveaway was near Easttown Mall. Free Bikes for Kids plans to donate more than 2,000 bikes this month by partnering with dozens of organizations working with low-income and diverse communities.
So all winter, we've been wrenching on bicycles, fixing up and refurbishing bicycles that were donated to us in the fall. And now we start giving them away. So we've set our biggest goal yet of 2,021 bicycles to be given away this year. And today is our first day of that.
After the giveaway, Free Bikes for Kids hosted a ride for people with Down syndrome through Gigi's Playhouse of Madison. If you have a bike you'd like to donate, the group will host collection days beginning in September. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with Gary Canalti. Maybe not the best time to ride a bike, but they can ride them this summer.
Well, you know, actually it wasn't a bad day today. We had sunshine this morning, but then the clouds started to come in this afternoon, and here come the showers. On high-resolution Doppler radar, you can see showers into southwestern Wisconsin. When I checked the Platteville Quimby Radio Skycam just a few minutes ago, and it wasn't raining there yet, but to the south it probably is, and some of those showers have to moisten up the air a little bit before they start reaching the ground. But a wider area of showers, even a few thunderstorms, extends out to the west into parts of Iowa, southern Minnesota, and then down into western Illinois. But the northern edge of this is just being cut off by an easterly wind flow that has drier air near the ground. So while showers may make it about as far north as Madison, some of that may not reach the ground. The better chances for rain will be farther south down toward the Illinois state line. The computer model forecasts really indicate this. South of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line through Iowa and Illinois, there might be some 2 to 3 inch rainfalls, especially in areas that do get some thunderstorms farther to the south. But there could be up to 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain near the Illinois state line. But notice you get north of there, and here in most of southern Wisconsin, less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, and that's just a few spotty showers that may also occur tomorrow afternoon. Now, farther to the north, because of the fact that skies will be clear there, freeze warnings again in effect for northeastern Wisconsin, and frost advisories just north of Green Bay to just east of Eau Claire for tonight. Around here, the cloud cover will keep our temperatures up for tonight and probably tomorrow night as well. I do have a slight chance of showers tomorrow night, but Monday night into Tuesday morning, that's a day, that's a time period that we have to watch for the potential for some more widespread frost, as temperatures could get close to the freezing mark here in Madison and north of Madison. Those temperatures could drop off into the upper 20s. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. It'll be cloudy for Mother's Day, mainly dry, just a few spotty showers, mainly south of Madison. Chilly weather continues for Monday with highs in the middle 50s, and then that cold snap for Monday night into Tuesday morning with frost possible. And then notice the warm-up, a slow warm-up. By the end of the week, we're looking for high temperatures back into the 70s by next weekend. So for tomorrow, high of 58 degrees for Mother's Day, mostly cloudy and cool. A few showers, mainly south of Madison in the morning, and just a slight chance for a shower elsewhere through the day. On future track, again, the best chances for rain staying south of Madison, perhaps a shower south of Madison tomorrow morning, a couple of spotty showers popping up in the afternoon into tomorrow night, and maybe even into Monday as well. Again, that cloud cover will keep our temperatures up for tomorrow night, but we'll clear out for Monday night and then see our temperatures drop off. The rainfall amounts probably less than 1/10 of an inch in areas that even get rain. 7 to 10 day forecast. Those temperatures slowly warm up next week. Dry weather's first part of the week. Thunderstorm chances increase toward the end of next weekend and into the following week as temperatures get into the 70s and a little more humidity comes back as we turn a little more spring-like.
Go in the right direction. Thank you.
Up is always good this time of year.
That is good. Thank you so much, Gary. Americans are going all out for their moms this Mother's Day. After the break, find out just how much will be spent tomorrow.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Gruber, thank you for your hard work, your dedication, and your love for people. The ability to change lives, and you changed mine as well. Thank you so much.
Let my team at Gruber Law Offices take care of you.
Dad, I got a job. I'm moving out.
Dream sequence ending in 3, 2,
keep packing.
1.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. Psst, psst, all good.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
I was in excellent hands with Gruber Law Offices.
At the end of the whole process, we felt like part of the family.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They are the best law office in the state of Wisconsin.
Hi, folks. We have a special show Monday on News 3 Now this morning. We're live at the Memorial Union to mark the reopening of the terrace to the public.
Help us celebrate the return of summer on the terrace. We'll see you starting at 4:30 Monday for News 3 Now this morning.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
With Mother's Day tomorrow, UW Health is highlighting its new Active Moms Clinic. The clinic is designed to provide specialized physical therapy for mothers returning to physical activity after giving birth.
Postpartum women are battling changes to their connective tissue, changes to their center of gravity that they've kind of had to adjust to and recover from. And just kind of loss of strength and stability to their joints. So they're really in need of some dedicated physical therapy to address these issues, to get them back to their active lifestyle.
The clinic is available to people who are postpartum, even if they gave birth more than 1 or 2 years ago. It's also for women who are struggling to return to physical activity or sports participation due to changes or injuries after pregnancy. The clinic is accepting patients now. You can call the number on your screen. That number is 608-828-6600 during business hours for more details. We're not skimping on moms this Mother's Day. The National Retail Federation says Mother's Day spending is expected to top $28 billion. That's more than $1 billion higher than last year. On average, a person will spend $220 on mom, while nearly half of respondents say they're giving mom a special outing, like a brunch or another activity. That's a lot of money, but
yeah, moms deserve it.
After this last year, man, yeah. Moms really deserve it.
That's true.
Yes.
Well, tonight we're watching some showers over far southwestern Wisconsin, just south of Platteville. These are moving more east than northeast, so areas south of Madison stand the best chance of getting rain. Rainfall amounts through tomorrow. Heavy south of the Wisconsin-Illinois state line, very little across much of our viewing area. Temperatures right now are in the lower to middle 50s. Look for low tonight, upper 30s. Highs tomorrow, upper 50s for Mother's Day. And then temperatures start out cool next week, but warm up for the end of the week.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.